Hello, my name is Mr. Bryce. I'm with Susquehanna Valley High School in Concord, New York. I'm a math teacher here, and we're going to be talking about double distributing. Double distributing is also known as multiplying a binomial times a binomial. This also works for several binomial times a trinomial and other things. We're going to be examining three different ways to do this. The first method is the area model. In the area model, what you do is you take the first set of terms and write it on the top of a rectangle. The second set of terms and write it on the side of the rectangle. Now what we notice here with a rectangle is that the area is length times width. This part is designated being 3x inches long. This part is 4x inches long. And we'll get to it, but this is going to be 2 inches long, and this is -5 inches long. Now, what we notice with a rectangle is that length times width is the area. This is 4x, this is 3x, so we multiply the two together. Now we multiply 3x times 4x, we can use the commutative property of multiplication. We're going to commute the x and the 4 to be 3 times 4 times x times x. Associate 3 times 4 is 12, x times x is x squared. We don't have to show this work. I just did so you can understand where we're getting our answer 12x squared from. Now this is 3x, and this shape is a rectangle. So if I take the 3x to the opposite side, that is also 3x long. And this side is -5. So this area is 3x times -5. We can commute again to have -15x. The length is 2. The height is 4x. 2 times 4x is 8x. -5 and +2 is -10 when we multiply them together. If you did this correctly, and we have a binomial of the same degree and a binomial of the same degree, we can always combine those terms. Let's show our work first, and then later on, we can write it quicker. I wrote down what each area was. Like I said, we can combine these two. So we have 12x squared. Why can we combine them? Because the exponents are the same. So +8 minus 15 is -7x. That is the answer for 3x plus 2 times 4x minus 5. This is the area model. The next model that I'm going to use is we're going to do it from left to right. We're going to distribute it from left to right. We're going to take the 2x, I'm going to distribute it to 4x minus 5. So I write down 2x, and I write down 4x minus 5. Then I write -3 times 4x minus 5. What I did was I distributed these parts to this whole thing. I put the, just to make it abundantly clear, I put the 2x, then I put the -3. The greens are the same. So now let's do the math, arithmetic. 2x times 4x is 8x squared, because for the same reasons as before. 2x times -5 is minus 10x. We multiply the negative 3 times the 4 with the x. We get negative 12. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. And the x, negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. So you'll notice that this is the same thing that we did with the area model. We're exactly at the same spot. We combine like terms. And there we have it. I had to go back and check just for a second. It's a different problem. That's why we came up with a different answer. Now this is the same problem. Let's use a third method. This one, as you become more efficient with it, you might be able to go to this method. What we have is we have 2x times 4x is 8x squared. And then we have 2x times negative 5. If you're going to use this method, make sure that you're doing each step every single time. Then you do negative 3 times 4x is negative 12x. Negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. Combine like terms, just like we did before. We have 8x squared minus 22x plus 15. The advantage to this one is that it's fast. The advantage to this method is in the very near future, if you're in my algebra class, we're going to be taking a look at this part here, and we're going to say, oh, we can factor out a 4x minus 5. So when we're working with factors, we might want to become familiar with that, what that looks like. This is well organized. Okay, we can have everything in each little box. We can make sure that everything fits. So those are the advantages. If you have any questions, make sure that you contact me at Susquehanna Valley High School. If you're one of my students, see you tomorrow in class.